Welcome back to the Back and Forth Show.
Welcome back, you guys.
This is your host, Westlow.
I'm your boy, King K.
And we're back at you guys during this intense time with more love and care, as you know that we always do.
Bringing the hearts to you, hearts and the mind and the hugs during this time.
There you go.
I can rhyme.
So to start us off with a little psychological safety, what are you bringing with you today to this episode, King K?
I'm bringing positive energy. I know I brought that in the last one, but I feel like I'm gonna bring it in all of them.
Hey, you can bring that each and every time.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it into all of them. I'm bringing a beautiful smile, you guys, and I'm just gonna bring you guys as much information as we can on such a beautiful day that we're having thus far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How about yourself?
Bringing also positivity with me. We're getting a lot more work done, so I can say it's been good. You know, I have been working remotely, so trying to get that balance. I've never worked remotely before, so there's definitely a balance that you gotta get with it. So finally have mastered that, so I'm back in
Shout out to everybody working from home.
There you go, and shout out to those who are our essential staff are reporting to work as well.
Yes,
everyone is appreciated, as we all should be. Period.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And if I can give one more shout out to the EMT staff, shout out to the staff that are working in medical, hospitals, and the National Guard. If you guys don't know, the National Guard have been deployed on home grounds, which is down here in Baltimore, Maryland, to help out and aid with any type of medical support, feeding the schools, just overall, and just in case, I'm gonna be real, just in case you guys decided to go out and start rioting and looting, let's not do that, but do know the National Guards are ready for that. Okay.
Or I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. Even if you do have to riot, because you can't tell someone how to feel.
That's true.
Don't do it in your own neighborhood.
That's facts.
Go somewhere where they can afford to rebuild.
Which means don't come in my neighborhood because we can't.
There you go. Facts.
Okay.
So pretty much go riot, and I'm not even gonna say that because I'm not gonna say that we told people to go riot anywhere.
There you go.
So
there you go. All I'm saying is in my neighborhood we have 2 rubber bands holding up our electrical poles. So please leave us alone.
There we go. Little audio trouble. Disconnect from the speaker from me.
Okay, not a problem.
But moving forward with you guys, we have some. I guess we could just even throw it out there. It's not really much of a surprise. A lot of our topics will be surrounding the COVID-19, as you guys know. Right now, we have a little bit of a pandemic going on, so we're going to be touching on numerous topics dealing with that. Would you like to segue us in, King K?
We're gonna get a segue. We should get a segue for the show. But yeah, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys right into it. First of all, just gonna throw out there. Wash your hands. First, I mean,
you're nasties.
Yes, please. Our first topic would be.
I'm sorry. You're nasties.
Closer. Our first topic is going to be pretty much companies not deciding to pay their employees during a crisis or such a time as this.
Exactly.
How do you feel?
I feel like that's BS aside. Like, that's just jank, man. Like, pay employees. No one asked to be off. No one saw this coming. It's a difference when it comes to, something that people can control. Like, people taking off a lot of times, or if you had a bunch of excuses, just whatever. But this is completely different on the other end of the spectrum. You need to be paying your people, especially during a time like this, when you don't know when your next time going to work is, what your last check might actually be, especially while people need supplies and food.
There are people worried about their next checks.
Yeah, there you go. And not all companies are, being forgiving with, being able to turn things in late or understanding, some people still want their bills.
Yes.
So I haven't seen nothing come due for, our rent can be a little extra late, or this bill can, like Xfinity. I haven't heard nothing from them.
No. Oh, actually I did. Comcast is extending coverage, and they're extending.
Say that into the mic.
I'm sorry. Comcast is
Get
extending.
a little closer so they gotta hear you.
Comcast is extending the coverage for you guys to low poverty areas or minimum housing areas with kids that have educational backgrounds or something like that of that nature. But I'm sorry, Comcast is actually in effect of doing something as far as extending their contracts with you guys, and as far as late payments, and I do believe that is definitely true.
Okay. Same thing with BG&E. I haven't seen anything or heard anything from
the
them.
water company. I will say the water company. BG&E, I'm not too sure of.
Okay.
But I do know for a fact that the water company is extending. Actually, I think BG&E is. They're extending they're extending late payments and cutoff notices. They're terminating certain cutoff notices. So yeah, so everyone is kind of pitching in. to help out as much as they can. There was somebody that's going to probably come to me towards the end of the episode that I really want to
give you guys tips and facts just all episode.
Actually, it just came out. So it just came to me. There is a guy, Caucasian guy. Shout out to him. He has rental properties. I think he has about 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
And he took the rent down to $100 to help his people out. Shout out to you, mister.
Yes.
A lot of people of all colors and race need to take advice from this guy. Granted, he may be really rich. It doesn't matter. The fact that he's doing something. Exactly. And this leads me back into big companies, back into our topic. Big companies that have the means to help people or help their employees. I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like they need to help the essential employees. And I mean the employees that are essential, that come to work on time, get projects turned in on time, make the conference meetings, whether it's at home, whether it's in the boardroom, whether it's, Skype, whatever, you make them on time. The people that come in dressed to impress type thing. The people that actually go above and beyond, such as my colleague here, dressed to impress. He gets it from his older brother.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
Sprinkle that in there.
You picked it up.
Don't touch me. No. So, no, seriously, I'm dealing with the company right now. I'm not going to say I work there. I'm not going to say it's my company, but a friend of mine is dealing with a company as well. It's my problem too, where they're making them use their PTO. And I don't think that's fair. It's not fair at all. You guys have to do something. We didn't ask to be off. We're not requesting this time off. This time is forcefully given to us because you guys have to close down because of the number of people that are inside of your facility. I do think that is completely unfair.
Yes.
With that being said, we're going to move on to our second topic.
Having a backup plan for dire emergencies such as this one. Now, let's go into a little bit of self-development, if you will. Mm-hmm. Even I know with myself, I think we all saw from the government shutdown, even though at that moment it was only government employees, but from what we saw with a lot of government employees, the people who make okay money, and even without the quotation, I guess it's fair to say, some people that work for the government do have decent salaries, and it's the fact that even those guys are living paycheck to paycheck, where it's a real bell ringer to say, hey guys, now while I will admit that a little bit of that whole kind of American dream of get a giant massive savings and everything while living under the poverty line, stuff all that can get a little jumbled and a little crazy, but do still work on it. Focus on first. But I did baby steps. Right now I focus on having a savings. Now of course emergencies come where you got to dip in it, but put back into it.
Yep.
That's how savings supposed to work. You're not supposed to build it up once and once it's gone, that's it. No. You replenish.
Consistently.
You replenish. I'm sure. I want to get to the point to where every check I just have something going on automatically, but I don't think I'm here just yet.
I mean, even if it's $20, $25, it's still kind of.
I'd rather just do it manually. Yeah. Because you can change the amount. You can make it more. You can make it less. Depending, you know what I mean.
As long as you're taking in, and do you be comfortable or try to get comfortable enough to where if you take out $500, you could put in $700. Little discipline to yourself to know don't touch this, because you always have to either add to what you took out or double.
There you go.
I do feel the same way. I'm working on my savings thanks to this guy right here.
One day at a time.
That's all it takes. It's very important to have a savings, not just to work. Even if you do have a job where you are living paycheck to paycheck. One, more power to you. I know how that is. Especially, we've gone
both
through it.
Been there.
Yeah, we're not above it at all.
You're right.
We're all for it. We're not all for it, but we've all come through it. How about that?
We've all had our boots. We still have them.
Still have them. Put the more boots on and went on the head that we had to do. Exactly. But try your best to save up something.
Yes.
With that. Topic number 3. I know we're moving right along here.
Just quick tidbit, if you can, just try to do 10% of your check. Yeah. That's the math trick.
Yeah.
So.
If I can go biblical, I'm sorry. If I can go biblical, the Bible, God does ask for 10% of all monies. So take that 10% and use that same percent. If you can't take it to the church, take it to your savings account. But somewhere along the line, give something to the church if you can, even if you are not or are a church member on team.
Yes, that was out of sight, man. Out of sight. Yes. Ding ding.
Yes, sir.
So moving on to our final topic here, just going over some of the messages that Governor Hogan has been giving out about Rona, aka Corona, aka I don't know what the proper terminology is.
Big Rona in the house, had chew.
Would you want to begin touching upon that?
I'm sure.
From our good old governor.
Okay, Governor Hogan has not completely declared a statewide shutdown. However, he is definitely urging people to stay indoors as much as possible along the beltways, 95, 895, 295, 695. There are the LED signs up above. They're called the Dectrons. They're up and they're saying, listen, if you don't have to go out, please do not go out. There are people still out here throwing quarantine parties. This is not a joke.
You're joking.
Yeah, this is not a joke.
Wow.
Yeah, they are really throwing quarantine parties, and he's limited social gatherings to 10 people or less. People, they are enforcing this law. They will enforce martial law. Mm-hmm. You do not want them to invoke martial law on our hometown or on our home soils, what the Army calls it. You don't want that, because that means if you're out without reasonable being for being outside, if
like
it's not an
work,
emergency,
going to school, going to the hospital,
they will lock you up, if not gun you down. And maybe gun you down is a bit extreme, but they will lock you up and fine you substantially. The fine is down up to $5,000. So please, tips for get everything that you need. Tips for quarantine. Get everything that you need while you are out, and please do not take this lightly.
Yes.
This is
like,
not
I understand
a joke.
how it is. How we like to be in Baltimore. Like, you know, we don't got no curfew. Like, nah, yeah, but
right.
Same,
Actually, a guy in Miami did that. I forgot. He might be from Baltimore, but he's from some ways a black African American guy. He went to Miami, and the police were pushing him off the beach. You know, they pushing him up the what is it called? Up Vice Avenue, whatever it is, the Strip, pretty much. And he's on Instagram Live. Oh, ain't no curfew, da, 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 da. We still gonna party,
I heard something about that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He had to come back on and apologize. We are not joking with this.
Yeah.
COVID-19 is not something to play with. Trust me, I've been quarantined twice, or it's called pre-quarantine twice from my job. This is not a joke.
It's not.
This thing is taking 3 days to live up on the surface, and it's taking 14 days to show up in your body. So please do not take this lightly.
Yes.
With that being said, for the people that are on quarantine, my colleague is going to move right into some of the tips for being quarantined and some of the things that you can do.
Exactly. We can do things like my colleague invented something called a baking sheet trick, where you take like a giant baking sheet and you put that over like your 2 burners and like cook on that like all the way, so the way you could cook, spread and breakfast all at the same time, as opposed to how people do it. You do at least how I do my eggs first, then put those to the side, cover them, do the bacon I put the bacon in the oven so that can be cooking the whole time. Then you do the pancakes, and the eggs might be a little cold. You pop them into the microwave, but no, then you can do everything all together.
Yep.
All the same thing.
Nice old bacon sheet.
Right. Working out. Use it as a time to work out. Like, just because you are inside, you can't work out. Hit those push-ups. Get that challenge. Challenge your friends.
Yep.
We had one of our friends, Brandon, challenge us to do 15 push-ups. So, like, you can do things like that. Pass it on. Healthy challenges.
Yes.
You have things like if you're in school and you don't have classes, or even if you have a bunch of online classes, get an internship. Now it's your time to get that internship in while getting your schoolwork done and going to your real job if you have another job all at the same time.
Yep.
Take advantage.
Do what you can do.
All right, you want to go into a few that we have?
Yeah, you can also do the family TikTok challenge.
There we go.
You can do the TikTok challenge with your families. You can also start movies, get some popcorn, have family quality time.
Yes.
Of course, working from home helps out if you're available to it.
If you are working remotely, work remotely smartly. Keep your productivity up.
Yes.
Don't use this as a time. Like, if anything, your company might be using this as a time to observe you to see how we do with letting people work from home.
Yes.
So in layman's terms, don't screw it up.
Yeah, please. This could be helping good business for you guys. It could be good acknowledgement for you as a person from your company. Like, this person was on time even at home. This person was attended to all the projects. This person was adherent to every conversation that we've had via Skype, Zoom. We've used Zoom Office a couple of times. To all the video conference calls, whatever the case may be.
Yes.
Perform as if you were still at work, and that is also what makes you a essential employee.
Yes, there you go, Mr. Harrington.
I came balling today.
There we go. Okay, and then as we just said, emergency planning, guys. Get those little savings going. Even if you got to do a little small savings and then an emergency savings. Yep. Either way, have that plan B, because life isn't guaranteed. It can take a left turn, right turn at any moment. So just best be prepared.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And you want to end us in with the good word, my good brother?
I do. As as a believer and as a guy full of faith, I believe in Christ. I do want you guys to understand that in the book of Psalms, everything that's going on is definitely biblical.
Yes,
and I'm going to read this out of the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms 91, verses 5 through 8. And it reads, "Fear nothing, not all disease that prowls through, not all disease that prowls through the darkness. Fear nothing, not even disease that prowls through the darkness. Even though others drop like flies, left and right, no harm will graze you. You'll stand untouched and watch it all from a distance." So, with that, God knows what he's doing, okay? There's a song challenge that's going around. Shout out to Tyler Perry for this. There's a song challenge that's going around. He's got the whole world in his hands. That challenge didn't come from anywhere, okay? That was a message from above. Regardless if you want to believe it or not, check out Tyler Perry's Instagram page at The Real Tyler Perry. And he has started this challenge just from heart. God knows what's going on. We need you guys. There's also a verse, I believe it's still in Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, where it says, "If I shut up the rain from the earth, I will sit upon heaven and hear, or I will wait to hear from my people. When I hear from my people, I will send back the rain to replenish the earth." God is waiting to hear from you guys. This is the time to pray. This is the time to fast. This is the time to get on your knees if you've never done it before. Yes. God is waiting to hear. As soon as he hears his people up in heaven, he'll keep our ear open and send everything that we need, including the vaccine that will kill whatever this is that's nothing but plague that's violating and destroying our unit right now. And I'm going to say unit as in a whole. With that being said, we love you guys here at the Back and Forth Show.
We definitely do, my peeps.
Last verse before we go ahead and end this thing together. "For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, to who should ever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life." Please, you guys, get out there, pray, love one another. Look out for the elders, because if it wasn't for them, there will be no us.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
The elderlies, let them shop. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let them get what they need first.
Stop buying everything out these freaking supermarkets.
If you don't need it, save it. That's why they're putting limits on everything. And please, people, be mindful that the things that you keep buying up, most of that stuff comes from China. I'm waiting on a part right now for my car. And that's devastating, and I haven't even shared this with you. My airbags can go off at any second because of Takata. And I have received a letter today that said that my vehicle part is on back order for me to drive extremely careful and to warn other drivers in my vehicle. So that's just enough right there. Those shards can come out and kill you. With that being said, we still love you guys. Be safe. Wash your hands.
Be smart, and just help and protect others. You know, we will get this. We will get through this together. United, we stand. Divided we fall.
Amen.
So, King K and Westlow signing out.
I thought you was me.
Right.